you? It's good to see you again. I haven't been able to to catch a lot of shows this week. It's been busy, but see where I can, hang out and jump in people's shows. I did see that one show, but so you haven't added any new shows lately. Then hi, welcome in. I don't have anything new to show today. Just the spring handmade market. That's what I'm doing right now. I think I had, oh no, I have a few more days left in the TLR Go Live Challenge. So I'm not counting this show as one of the challenges, because every Friday this is what we, a lot of the handmade people, so if anyone's interested in joining, we call it like I guess it's like a collective, a handmade market, where every Friday you would list a show at any time. Hi, Lost Mermaid. Good to see everyone. Thank you for stopping in. I was just discussing a little bit about the spring handmade market. Welcome in, and I've just been collecting some of the little things I'm going to show. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. Gonna add a little giveaway here. I have some stickers. I can crochet stickers, or I have let me check something first. So in my buy now, well, besides some of my crochet things, I have stickers. So I'll ask if you wanted a few set of stickers. I will send a good amount, as much as I can, in yes, I'll get to that market bag. So, but I have Christian themed scripture stickers. I have crochet stickers, some penguins. So I'm gonna make a giveaway quickly, just to send out a bunch of stickers that will be up to like an ounce, so I can put it in an envelope and send them out to you. And I thank you so much for coming in. Let me look at this category here. I know it's in arts and handmade now, right? Yes, stickers is right here. Here it is. So we will put stickers for the raid. And I'm gonna make a few of these just in case. Maybe like a mix of stickers. And where is the shipping profile? It'll be like 1 to 2 ounce, or 0 to 1 ounces. So it's gonna be a small little package. I only put 2. Okay, whatever. If you want to jump in for some stickers, I have some motivational, inspirational stickers that I send with tea bags. So for example, I'm going to pin some things too while we're doing that. I have these, you get 2 tea bags with a few inspirational stickers, which are some of these. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm doing the best I can. These kind of stickers. Thank you so much again. Just a minute. My video might keep going. But I'm going to click on the Wi-Fi. But make sure you follow her, and let me run some of these flash sales too. Plug in my internet so it actually will not be jumping like that. extra power instead of the Wi-Fi connection. Sometimes that happens. So I have also these inspirational stickers, and in the giveaway I'll give these kind mixed in too. So some inspirational, if you wanted some scripture, let me know, and but whoever wins the giveaway. And crochet, if you crochet, I have those stickers as well. Some the screen again. Hi, welcome. Sometimes my OBS, and I thought it was an update that I needed to do, and it wasn't. I just updated it, and now it's not working. So, I mean, I could stream from my phone. Let me try that then. It might be a little easier to see what I'm showing here. Instead of just showing my face, and I don't mind though. Let's see if I can throw that on here instead. But I have to kind of do a little wiggle on here in the camera. Let me do a little dance, everybody. I'm gonna let me pin this one. I'm gonna flash sale this one too. The headband ear warmers if you're in the colder weather, but they're thinner. They're not too thick. Of ear warmers, I haven't made any new recently to show an example, but I will make one for later. Let me see if I can jump on my show here. Then I have to let's see. More multicast. Let's see. So let's see. Not multicast. Not sure. Because usually there's a button. Okay, the giveaway is gonna be running right now while I'm trying to figure out this thing. Got one. Yep. Here we go. Rachel, I saw you. Oh, you were in the other show. Buying some hairpins, and congratulations. I'm gonna send you some stickers if you wanted some. The scriptural, like Bible scripture stickers, or just a mix of. I have some cute stickers and crochet stickers and some inspirational ones. I can put it all together. Let's look at some more of these flash sales here. I have those fun crochet hook keychains if you've seen them, if I can find them. Let's see. There's these little things here, but they're nice. They're pretty easy going on the go if you actually accidentally forget a crochet hook and you need something to do with your hands. Sometimes, like if I carry a ball of yarn in my back and I forget my crochet hook sometimes, so that's usually what happens. Let me just go down here. Randomizer what? Oh, that's where the spin wheel is. I'm learning a new thing here. Teller tools. It is a randomizer here. Okay, that's neat. Okay. Okay, let's go to multicast. Does that happen when it? Hold on. There it is. Look at that. Okay, this is too close. Before I lose anybody, there we go. Whew. That's my OBS. So I think I don't understand. I feel like I need to like uninstall OBS and reinstall. I think I'm missing something, but hey, it doesn't do that. Start stream. Because I remember back in the day. To stop using the OBS then. I don't know why it does that. I don't want to sit around and like try to. I might have to just delete it all. That's all right. So we're gonna do it from here. I don't have anything new today, so that's what I was trying to say. So if anybody has any questions or requests, what we're showing here is what we have. Let me make sure I get all the flash sales. Hi, welcome, Carmen. I'm always like going in the show with a ponytail, so my hair is always. I understand you know how it is too. When your hair is just a mess, and like for some reason my my phone, the way I set it up, is kicking me out. So now I had to do face. Everybody's like, we're talking face to face here today again. So I wanted to let me make sure I'll look at the other flash sales here. Oh, I didn't run this flash sale? No, I didn't. So these are Let me look back here. These are crochet crowns, and these are for younger sizes. So I think this is about 13. Thank you. I want to say this is about 13 inches. So this is child size, and this one's a little smaller, so it's a purple one. And then I guess maybe a 1 year old size. It's a little very light, dusty blue color. So those are running for flash sale right now. The other one, let's see. And then I was running these crochet hook keychains. If anyone that crochets wants to have something, an emergency keychain style hooks, they're about this big. There are three of them too, and different, like the different sizes. So it is a little bit difficult to handle. I don't know if you have it with keys, it might be easier to kind of grab them, but it's good. It's an easy thing to have for an emergency, because anything when we have to sit and wait for something is an emergency to crochet or to do something with our hands while we wait, besides looking at the phone. Like I always have to look at my phone for patterns. This is I have the 2 tea bags. So I was talking about, this is the chai tea, and I just sent 2 tea bags with some of the inspirational stickers. If anyone's interested, then I have other teas here. Oh, this one, I need to get some more. This is the peach and orange. It's like a hibiscus, white hibiscus and rose hip tea, which is really good. I'm running out of that one. I also have some of the orange. So I'll either have 2 of the orange teas or lemon ginger tea, and a lot of the green teas. So if anybody, this is a Bigelow brand. I have this green tea, premium or organic pure green tea, with some stickers. But as a thank you for hanging out and participating, and all my other stickers here. So the first listing here, also, I made a listing I need to pin it now. So if you wanted to know when I am live, you could bookmark this listing, and I will pin it anytime I do a crochet show. Hi Mel, welcome in. So to get notified, because like even with the regular show notifications that we're supposed to get, like sometimes they don't work properly. Like I felt like when I was getting oh yeah, I know, I try like my best to pin all my things now, because I think everybody bookmarks something, and now I have my own bookmark. I have one for crochet, and then I have one for crafting, craft supplies, or scrapbook supplies. So depending on what you enjoy watching or talking about, you can pin that, and I'll pin that up whenever I do my shows. And then all these stickers, I usually send about 5 stickers. Yeah, thank you so much. And then I have some crochet hooks and some knitting needles, the plastics. I have some metal, but I don't think I listed too many of those. I have plastic ones, and I have this kit as well. I run this flash sale too. So if you're interested in learning how to crochet, the kit doesn't come with a book, but you can always look up some YouTube videos, and if you need any ideas of how to start, I can go look for something, a basic video that can start you off with like the process of making the chain stitches, a foundation, I guess, and then single crochet, is the easiest. It's a basic stitch. You know, we can always talk it over in a show too. I know some crocheters do those type of learning how to crochet. The couple of things in my buy now also are these bags. I'm trying to remember if I have another one. I do have a green one, but this is, it's as big as me. Let's see. I'm trying to show, like, if I stand up, this is how big. I think last time I was like putting it in front of me and it looked like a shirt. So it's pretty long. It goes past my hip, which is up here. So it's a rainbow granny stripe bag. Let me pin it here quickly while I just discuss it. It's pretty big. I think it was made out of 3 large skeins of yarn. They look like this. So this, and the colors are already mixed in, which is cool. Turn into this bright neon bag. So it starts off as a square, like a granny square. As you can see on the bottom here, they have some holes here. And then you just increase, and then I add some straps. So it's a pretty big bag. When I finished it, I calculated that you could put possibly a small dog or a small baby in here. You can carry them around. Or, you know, your books or any craft that you want to carry, like a scrapbook. Yes, I love these for beach bags because the holes will allow the sand to, you can kind of shake it and the sand will come out. This is also very similar to a beach bag as well. This is called the watermelon market bag. So this one has a single crochet base. So hoping that, you know, anything small wouldn't fall out, but it does have a mesh on the side. So you could, you know, big enough for a book and a towel and change of clothes. And I'm thinking of all the things you have to bring to the beach. Flip-flops, you know. It's got green handles. Hi, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So I have that. That is available. That one's on flash sale actually. So, and those are some older projects that I worked on a while ago and ready to do some other things. Like I said, I haven't made a new thing. I want to make a few of some new things sometimes. So in my auction here, let me see, so initially I had these keychains. So they come with the chain part, and it's the older type of clip. If you're familiar with these, we had the plastic keychains and they had these clips on here. And it has a bead on there, so it's crocheted, heart shaped, and it's a nice puffy texture. So this one is usually how they look like when they're done. I brush out the bottom here to kind of unravel and make these little curls on the bottom. So this is also the blue one with some funky neon green and purple. It's also brushed out. I like the length of this one actually. So a little bit longer. Here is I need to brush out this here, but this is the pink and the brown tone. And I have the black and the white. This is a cotton one. The other ones are acrylic. So, and I also have just one color. Blues, yellows can be made in any other color. I got to finish these up. Yes, the black and white. Let me run these while I'm talking about it. I don't think Let me check my time here, 20 seconds here. And I put the little clasp there and the little, on this one I might put a black bead. Or, oh, I think I have a white one actually. There's a light cream one that maybe. But they're beads, the wooden beads. The black one looks like an olive, so yeah, so this one's a little bit bigger because it's crochet cotton, and then the other ones are acrylic, so they're just a little bit bigger. I actually got into crocheting when I was in college. It was right before I started college. I was working at Starbucks back in the day. I think it was 2008, and I got into a like a random boat accident on a lake. It's a big story, because God definitely protected me, with a boat. Like I I went with my cousin and her friends. They were on a boat at somebody's house that they knew. The boat propeller cut my leg. TMI, but I had to go to the hospital. I was home for 6 months. I was recovering. Big story. And then my mom gave me a crochet hook and yarn and said, maybe you should try this. And I could look up patterns, look up videos online. And I started doing that right before I went to college. So, yeah, and it was very special now to me since my mom passed away. And she did a lot of knitting. She loved making, she was very creative with paper and was a preschool teacher. So just a lot of fun things with hand, drawing and crafting. So just a big thing. And I've been doing this, I told somebody else in another show, I think it's been close to 15 years now. So 2000, yeah, something about 15 years. I know some people, actually, I have a friend who has a good excuse. Um, she's actually blind, but she learned how to crochet, which is also amazing to me. With the fact that you can feel the stitches and she can figure it out. And she's left-handed, so like me having to explain. Hi, Loops, good to see you. As another crocheter, Loops NDH. She also makes these cool beaded crochet hooks. One, I haven't bought one yet. I need to figure out which one I want, actually. That's what I need to do. Figure out which one I want, and then I can purchase one and then show it off. Like, she made this hook. I would totally do that. I forgot what I was talking about. Crocheting. I was talking about crocheting, and it's been like 15 years since I've done this. So a lot of my projects, like the beanies, might have been done like 10 years ago. So I'm ready to get rid of them, move on to something else. So the past couple of years, I think I've been here on Whatnot for about 3 years. May might be starting the third year. So I started the past year or so making smaller items because of the 2-day window that we have to send things. It's always, if you're making something bigger, a custom item that will take about a week to make, that's more difficult to send it out in 2 days. So making these smaller objects, they're quick to make too, and then I can just send them out in the mail within 2 days. So that's what I have. At the moment, these are what I've made, and I'm trying to figure out something new. I was thinking of making some Easter baskets but by the time I make them, it'll, April will be past. So it could be something I can plan on for next year then. That'll be nice. Make eggs. Yes, I can make eggs. You're right. It'll be so like interesting though. I've seen so many different kinds of like eggs, like the embroidery eggs or like this hand painted eggs. So many different things. Yeah, it is difficult to keep track of the holidays. Like I have Christmas stockings that like I found again the last show I did. Like I finished this one actually on my last show because I was halfway done, and I was like, I need to do something. I need to complete a project so I can like put another one like mark it off my list. So I'm like I grabbed that last piece and finished it up. Oh yay! Okay, thank you. I'm glad I ran. You came in. Thank you for stopping in. I haven't got to look at Discord this week either. So that's why I need to make some new things. I need some motivation, and rate trains are actually a great way to get your creative, you know, juices flowing and things like that. Planning ahead and making something big. I, it's like this whole week I was like, I'm gonna make something new, and I have not done that. Um, that sounds great. So I'm gonna look and see what we can see here. We can start now with the Easter baskets for next year. Yeah, yes, we can do that. Oh, okay. Thank you for stopping in. And we just put our little one to bed before I jumped on too, so I understand. And yeah, I'm ready for almost ready for bed. But usually maybe in an hour we'll go to bed, but I need to also take my allergy medicine. It knocks me out a little bit. Makes me sleepy. Oh man, I'm praying, Loops, for your apartment search that you get a good one, you get the right price, and definitely praying for that for you so that that's something that I know that it can be a burden, to make sure you have a good place, a safe place to do your crafting, your work, and take care of your family. And so I pray for that you can find a new apartment. Definitely. Ooh wee. Yeah, yeah. I know. I always look at the back of your shows to see all that yarn in the back. I have a nook too with some crochet yarn, but it's just kind of all over the place too. I need to go through it all and grab what I can like put together for shows too. But yeah, and I hope you like. I saw the last one you made a lot of sales on your crochet hooks. That was so cool. I'm like, yes. That one of them bought like four of them. That was so cool. I'm so glad. It's so neat to see when like somebody, it's like the right person comes in and is interested in what you have. That's the best thing. Okay. Yeah, especially if people see behind you and are asking about the yarn, you're like, "Oh yeah, the ones behind me are the ones that are ready to get out." Get ready to go. Um, let's see. Talk about another thing. I showed this in the last show too. So I like making the koozies too. Cozies or koozies. I call them koozies because I think there's brand a branded one that's called koozies, not a cozy or what. Yeah, you're locking up the personal stash, keeping it safe. And I also have my whatnot piles of yarn that, that I've been. Um, I get a lot of like the scrap balls of yarn too. I like to use what's left over, so I have a bunch of that, um, from to make little things like this. So this is a pumpkin koozie, and I have made an apple version of this, which I might have made a listing. Let me see. Speaking of speaking of inventory. I made an apple one because I know I took a picture of it. But I think it was for my documentation. Like I don't have a. I know I made. I guess I made the listing when I was just selling it. So. Oh no! Yeah, you gotta hide your personal stash. That's what I'm doing sometimes. I have to like be cautious of what's behind me. If I put something out there or somebody can see it behind, it's like, oh no, that's not for sale. No, no, we don't want that. This is um this colorful one is a similar style with the boop boop boop. Let's put this down a little bit snug here because I think I made this one and it was like the last bit of yarn left, so I had just enough to make something. So I like the texture of these. Right. I'm just like, yeah, I'm planning to do a yarn show one day. I did it in the beginning. I had some yarn, I put it there, and some of it sold. I think maybe half of it sold, but I haven't had the chance to look at what's left. I keep looking because it's like under the table, in containers, and other. And I buy the thrift store I go to always has a big, like 2 or 3 big bags of yarn for like 7, 8, up to like $12. And I look through them and I'm like, oh, this looks like a good bunch. And I take it home and then I just pile it up next to the other stash in the other room. I have some piles. I know my husband's like, when are you gonna move it? I gotta keep what I want on one pile and then, organize it to another pile. Gotta organize my piles. I'm doing the same thing with clothes. I don't know if I want to do a clothing show actually, because in the past I had difficulty, and plus it was the first time. I think one of the few shows that I'd started with was clothing. So I have this rack. If you saw it before, there's a rack of clothing here that I made listings for, and I put things in, and then I didn't think I did like 2 shows, but I knew nobody either. I just I follow that type of thing, but nothing like if you don't know anybody, it's like you don't get that connection with somebody, and the people that come to your show, no matter what you're selling, that's the people that you have a connection with. So I know it's just like if I have specific clothes, and yeah, I have some clothes that like are the plus size that are either too small or too big for me that I just need to get out, and one day I might do that just to like see if somebody will buy it before I put it back to donation, because that's where I get it from the thrift store. We're all in the same boat, of course. I think everybody tries clothing their one of their shows. So once they find out like if they have enough of something, then they can sell it. So these are the bubble cozies that are also a lot of the patterns I find are free. So this is a free pattern and can be made in any color as well. I'm gonna run this one. I love it. This is my favorite with the texture, especially the the height of this is nice because it covers the whole thing. In Florida, we get the cold drinks get sweaty. They get the condensation on the outside, so this definitely prevents all the drips that come out from that. It doesn't have a bottom, so I did make one with a bottom. I have a pattern that I followed that was kind of similar to this, and I think I made it tall enough like this to make sure to cover everything, including a bottom. But I don't know, I feel like if it if it lands on the bottom, like if the bottom's covered, if it's gonna knock it over, like things like that happen. Like it would, if it would knock itself over because just the yarn, if it's like bumpy out of there, if it's got bumpies, if it's on the edge, it's gonna like fall over. The other little things I've made. Oh, so I'm selling this also. I made these over Christmas, but I like the colors, so they could be used for anything. And I do have 6 actually, because this is the stars, like a granny square star. And the last show I did, I realized, oh, you can actually put these as patches if you have a hole, because that's the new thing I've seen in some of the women's clothing. It will tilt, you're right. The women's category, I've seen the jeans that have the rips, but they're covered with granny squares. And I was like, I can do that. I can make it. I could make like granny square patches that you can put on. Hi, Tasha. Oh, thank you so much for the promotion. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tasha. Good to see you. How are you? This is the Friday Spring Handmade Market that the Handmade Collective community. So I didn't get to talk about that. I'm doing good. Just jumping in on a show and then finishing up my 3 days of the Go Live Challenge tomorrow, and Easter Sunday. Hopefully it's going to be I know it's going to be a busy weekend because it's Easter. If you go to church, we go to church, we help with church, uh, we help with the church services, so it's going to be busy. We're going to be tired, but it'll be a good Sunday, a good Easter. So I'm talking about these, either a star or a granny square. I've seen those as patches on jeans. So these are star ornaments that I made over Christmas, but I really like the blues and the purple tones of this. So I have a set of 5, and some of them have a little bit pink in there. You can see this. So you can use this as you like. Yes. To close out the rest of this, but it did give me motivation to kind of figure out my schedule from then on, what fit better for me. I think Sundays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and the weekends can be adjusted. So that was a good way. And then whenever I wanted to do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I can. Now I know that I can. So this is a set of 6. So the last one has 4. You can use this with the junk journals. You can make them as a bookmark. Even with this, you can make this one as a bookmark. That one, because that string is longer than the other ones. You can put them as the biggest earrings I've ever seen. Like if I have you smaller yarn, I can make these into earrings, of course. But they look like little flowers. They're really big. They do look like flower petals more than like pointy stars. And I guess if you block them properly and right, so you could. Thank you so much, Loops. You're gonna get all 6 of these. You can use them and make them however you like. So if you make the big earrings, Tasha wants a pair. Thank you so much. I appreciate your purchase. And now I can pay for my crochet hook, right? With the beads. I'm gotta pick what size I need. That's the main point. It's like I have size for, and I have different ergonomic, the I don't have clover, the fancy ones. I know I have a H hook, but I think I might pick one of those. But yes, I'm going to send this to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I even stuck some of the pumpkins. Listen, I mean, who doesn't like pumpkins? Let me get these out of here. I also had pumpkins. Anytime the fall came, these pumpkins are here. They're just hanging out. Oh, that'd be so cute. That is a good idea. You can put them on a shirt. You can put them on a jean shirt, or a jacket. That would be great. I can't wait to see it. You can put it on the elbows, sometimes. I had a couple sweaters that I was surprised, oh, I need a patch for this because the elbow part is coming out. So I should make them as patches. So yeah, next time, this is going on my to-do list. The next bunch of stuff will be labeled as patches. So I'll make some granny square ones, and I'll make some star ones. And I'm saying it now so I can, make. And this is also streaming to YouTube, so just a vocal reference to remind myself to make. I just saved you some time. Those are pretty simple to make, though. I think you could pick it up. And that's what I love about the crafting community. You can take something that somebody else made, change it into what you need, and however you need it. So I'm trying to find. If I have, one of them fell down. So I have these pumpkins too. This is the small one. So they come with cinnamon sticks, and they're just home decor. And I said this is medium. This is a little bit bigger, as you can see, and this is just a round one. This is also a medium one. So if you put, let me stack these two together. I always stack these two together. And then someone gave me the idea of making the snowman out of, in white out of this. So, right. It's some people have the beads, and then you get the beads, and then you make things with the beads, and people buy the beaded things. The beads and the beads. I'm just thinking of all your silicone beads. This is also a medium one, so it's a little bit puffy. So they're a little bit rounded, so it's a different pattern than that. So they do get the crochet or the cinnamon stick, and then they're removable, so you can, if something happens to it, you can always find another cinnamon stick to stick on there. You make it smaller, make it bigger, and then, as always, you can always request a different color. I'm sure some people, that's why I have the orange one too, so some people like the orange pumpkin. And I did at one time make a face on this type of pumpkin specifically, because where you sew it in the in the back, it looks like the back side. It's a little puffy there. So the way, I don't know why the way you sew it, I think it's a slip stitch. It kind of looks like the back side of a pumpkin. So I think I'm gonna add a jack-o'-lantern face to this one. Some people like Halloween all year long. You just gonna have that opportunity and share it with everybody. Right. The people like Halloween. And listen, I have this large one too that I made for somebody, and I think I was commissioned it, but nobody followed up. So I have this one that has this cool boxy black and white one, and it has the string, so I'm gonna like, I think you tighten it around and it makes the wedges, the edges. I'm just trying to make it fast here. Hold on. So you can make the little ridges. There we go. That looks like it. I haven't finished that yet, but I think I need to add more stuffing. That's the thing. I made this and it's just a little flat. I need to add some more. So, if anybody else has any questions on what I have listed, I even showed my little stockings. I'm making, these are decorative, I'm trying to think, they're $3 each, but they're decorative Christmas stockings that you could fit. Let me look. My pen disappeared, of course. Here it is. So you can put, oh, you can even buy a pen from somebody and give it to them as a gift in a stocking, in a Christmas stocking. You can hang it on the tree. This is I didn't even think about that. This is good for beaded pens. You can put them in a stocking. So I have these. I have a larger, this is a test of a larger version of it. You put gift cards in here. I also had a thought to make these stockings more of a like memorial or the baby's first Christmas. You could put a name on it. I'd have to sew it on there. There's so many ideas I can offer that. Of course, customize. Take a little time. Alrighty. What else do we have? What else? I have so many things. I showed you so many. Here's some more bags of scraps. Some nice scraps, but I have the beanies. I don't know how cooler the weather is now, but I'm in Florida, so I got the 70 degrees. It's 75 degrees here. So it might be a little cooler than normal. I'm just waiting for the rain, and it just makes the mornings really nice and breezy. Got some baby beanies. I have. This is the shawl. I don't show the shawl, or it says triangular bandana. I don't show this too often. You can see because it's a little bit big. So it could look like a shawl. It was the yarn. I got this big humongous ball of yarn, and it was really small and thin. And this is what I made out of it. You could put it on your head. You could put it like I would use it the most like a scarf like this. So you can put it, tuck it into your sweat jacket or something. But you can also turn it around so it looks like a country bandana. A little more triangular. Or I'd use a pin or a brooch or something to pin it in there. But to keep it, or it could be a bib, but it's a big triangle that I don't know if you can put it on your on your head it's kind of thick to put it like that, like a full bandana, but it's big enough to be able to. See, you could tie it like this. I don't know. I just had some this is all the yarn that I had of this yarn, and maybe if I find a yarn that's comparable, I can add to it. But it's kind of chunky to cover your head with. I don't know. Is this kind of like a turban? Hi, Teresa. I'm just having fun showing it's a little triangle shawl, like a scarf or a bib. It's warm though, even though it has some holes in it. Let me see anything else. There's nothing else that I'm excited about. I want to find new things to make and show off. Here's the ear warmer. This is the last thing that I'll show. Pin it. This is the ear warmer. One of many, because that was it. Was it this one? No, there was another listing that it said one available, but I had more than one. This says two available, so I think I have another purple one that I made a separate listing for that one because it's a little bit smaller and different material, but this is, let's see, I said $5 for this one. You can put the knot in the front, or you can wear the larger portion and the knot part in the back if you're wearing a ponytail. Just put it under there. And they could be made in any color. These are pretty fast to make, and I like the horizontal lines. I've seen some vertical ones too that are like a ribbed texture. So this is like a striped texture. And as you can see in my photo on my profile, ta-da! It's like my handcraft love. The little profile picture came up. I have it two-toned, so I have a orange and tan color one, so it can be two-toned in your favorite sports team colors. I'll maybe do a yellow and green, or thinking of like a red and black one, Buccaneers. I'm trying to think of all teams. Go sports. It's been a while. So, all right. Well, I think that's all I have. If anybody doesn't have any requests, I want to thank everybody here. Let's see who is on that we can go to. My hair keeps coming out there. I got Height Normal Designs. See, Martin Shop is a fun one. She sells clothing, but she's really nice. And she bought one of the keychains for me, and she was like, "Oh, this is amazing." So anytime I jump in her show, she's always supportive. Goth Yarny. Let's go over to Goth Yarny. I want to say her. Yeah, let's do Goth Yarny. She's new to me, but I've seen her around, and I haven't been able to go on her shows. So we are going back. Hold on. Here I am. Thank you so much for your time and hanging out. And let me raid over to her very quickly, and you can thank you for hanging out, and you can hang out for a little bit and say hi. Make sure we always want to say hi to new sellers or new sellers, or like always supporting one another. Goth Yarny. All right, thank you again. We'll see you. I might have a show earlier in the day because my husband is going to be out in the evenings, but who knows, maybe I might have two shows. We'll see how I feel.